Yo, what's up my fragments? It is I, Sinis-sama, bringing you guys some trauma in this new episode of the PokeDraft Kings. And for this week, we're up against Tablemon, who is the coach of the DF Drifloons. Now, this week's battle, the theme is Day 1s, and basically we made a team in which, basically it's kind of like we're using Pokemon that have neither a pre-evolution nor an evolution, which basically means we're either going to use legendary Pokemon or Pokemon that just can't evolve, or well, you know, they just have no stages of evolution, just to make it simple. Now, anyways, let's get straight into the battle. We can do it, don't worry. Okay, we're gonna get straight into the battle right here, right now. Alright, so anyways, we're gonna lead off with our Rice Heater, the Rotom Heat, and he's gonna lead off with his Aerodactyl. Now, basically, based on what's going on right now, I knew that he was probably gonna try to set up his Stealth Rocks, which was gonna be annoying for me in general. So I just decided to use Volt Switch, thinking that he might decide to switch out just in case. To be honest, I thought that Rotom Heat would be able to outspeed since it had a Choice Scarf, but it really wasn't able to outspeed anything this match. Just saying. But yeah, then I use Juan Fish, the what do you call it again, the Basculin? Yeah, and I use Aqua Jet. I was scared of his Suicune coming out, which I mean, he probably was going to, so I was gonna do a double switch, but I was like thinking, is it really worth it to do like some over predict anything right now? And then I was like, no, so I just use Aqua Jet, which in this case was pretty bad for my case. Anyways, I switch out into 2 Fish, which is a Quillfish, since I have 2 fish on this team. And well, I use well, I didn't use Intimidate, but it used Intimidate to get the drop on its attack, but I mean, really didn't matter since Suicune was a special attacker anyways. But anyways, I got burned, but that also didn't matter since this Quillfish is not a physical attacker, it's a bulky special attacker meant to break down any Pokemon that decide to set up, because I realized that a lot of the stage 1 Pokemon, or Pokemon that can't really evolve or anything like that, a lot of them like to set up. So I decided to bring Quillfish, which had Acid Spray, Haze, and like Skull to break down any physical attackers, things like that. So anyways, I knew that Skarmory wasn't really that defensive, although before it came out, I mean when it came out, I decided to use Toxic Spikes, so I was thinking, hey, the rest of the team wouldn't really appreciate that. So anyway, let's just get that over with. But then he uses Whirlwind, and this Skarmory is probably the most annoying thing in this battle, because this Whirlwind Stealth Rocks combination plus Spikes, it was hard. It broke down my team like really well. But then I used Waterfall on the Skarmory, and holy crap, did it do a lot of damage, especially considering that Skarmory is really physically defensive, like extremely physically defensive. But then he switches out his Skarmory and goes out into Jinx for whatever reason. It was Dry Skin, I believe so. And yes, it was Dry Skin, and well, the Jinx didn't really take any damage for that. And this is where I kind of feel bad for him, because he missed a Focus Blast, which really sucks for him. But then I used Return, and well, the Jinx fainted. One shot. Basculin got a kill, and that was pretty that was an easy kill for Basculin. And then he goes on to Tornadus. At this point I was like thinking, you know what, I don't want to risk that much, so let me just go out to Rice Heater, since I don't think there's much that Tornadus can do. And then at this point he used Bulk Up, which was pretty good for me, because that just meant that I could get a free Thunderbolt off, which just wrecks this Tornadus, just absolutely obliterates it. And well, I probably should have realized that I needed to keep the the Thunderbolt on this Rotom Heat, and well, you know, stuff like that. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I switched out of this case and went out into 2 Fish, or did I sack off Rotom Heat? I'm not quite sure. Oh well, I don't really remember that well. But anyways, basically Quillfish because the Intimidate drop on the Sock. And I just used Toxic Spikes, considering that 1 layer Toxic Spike wouldn't really break down his team that well. So I set up 2 layers, and well, he couldn't really get off that Toxic Spike. And at this point I was really hoping that at one moment he would bring out the Skarmory and just defog all the stuff off my area, but that wasn't the case. Anyways, Juan comes over here, Juan Fish, and I go for the waterfall, or was it the return? I think it was the return or superpower, just to get off a good amount of damage before Juanfish faints, because I have life orb on this thing. So I mean, whatever I did, I would end up getting knocked out anyways. So yeah, I just went for the superpower, since anything that comes in would take neutral damage. And anyways, Juanfish faints. And then at this point, the battle seems likely to be in my favor, but don't take that for granted, because obviously things could change anytime within the battle. I go into Juan Mollusk because I was thinking, well, Juan Mollusk, I don't know how to spell that. I mean, pronounce that, but it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I get off the sticky web in this case because I was thinking, you know what, it's important to get the sticky webs off if I want to do the strategy that I laid out for this battle. But it didn't really matter because, well, I attempted to stall out the Skarmory, but apparently he has Roost, which I don't know why I didn't think about that, but most Skarmories have Roost anyways, so it was kind of not that great in my favor. But anyways, he used Iron Head and got the flinch first turn. Lucky for him. But the infestation still does damage to him. Then he uses knockoff. Well, I use knockoff so that he doesn't keep getting that leftovers recovery, which was pretty annoying. Then he uses whirlwind. I bring out Juan Threat, and I really don't know why I tried to set up in this case, because I probably should have just tried attacking this Skarmory, because he has whirlwind, and that's already a problem in itself. So yeah, I think at this point the game was most definitely in his favor because of this one Skarmory, because I could do what I wanted to do with them. Basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring Shuckle, use the sticky webs, and slow down any Pokemon that he decides to bring out. Then basically I go out into my Absol, set up some Swords Dance and a substitute, and then Baton pass it onto my Jirachi to basically do a lot of damage and hacks out the opponent. But of course that didn't really work out in my favor, especially considering the fact that Skarmory over here had Whirlwind, so either way it wouldn't have been able to let me do that. But seriously though, kudos on Tablemon's part for bringing the Skarmory, which was actually a big problem to my team and my strategy. So basically my strategy wouldn't have even worked in this battle. So at this rate, I think it might just be better to just speed up the rest of this battle so that you guys could see my Pokemon dying to the hands of this Skarmory. And basically what happens is that Tablemon gets a 2-0 victory. Congratulations Tablemon, and well, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Keep calm and succumb to Sableye. Goodbye.